Ew, everybody. Something is still wrong. Oh, it's been a day, guys. Just hanging out right quick. We'll fix this right now. That's why.
Oh.
All right. Well, that works. Just for the time now. We're going to fix this. All right, guys. All right, so now that I got everything fixed for this one little shop guy, and we're honestly like 15 minutes late. So today we're going to do a little small like mini campaign to see what Vince is going to do during his like 2-day freedom. Because I think it took him like 2 or 3 days to get done with the mission they were doing and so on and so forth. So, just to get you guys up, the group has left Vince on the Old Owl well to deal with the corpses that are down here. And he was honestly just not feeling it at that moment. He really wanted to spend some time with his fallen comrades, where the motivational speaker really had no qualms about just leaving them where they lied. So he did feel a little bit of remorse that he lost his friends, because he thought that maybe he could have made them better. But at the end of the day, dead is dead, and there's more people in the world that need his help. So, without further ado, Vermilion, you have the stage. Your allies have left to go and take care of the orcs. You were here at the Old Owl Well. Now you can move.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Yes, Osmond has already laid out all of the corpses in a long, grotesque line of just turned earth.
Okay. Well, honestly, I don't feel comfortable with our friends being buried so close to these little rotten hoes, so we're gonna move those. We're gonna move those guys.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dig up the zombies and pile them up.
Okay.
And set them on fire.
You're gonna throw them in the well, correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, let's just put them in the well. Just Kobe them right on in there.
All right. I'm just gonna move these guys right over here. All right. As you're throwing them into the well, you noticed something in the well. There is a latch that is hidden there.
Like a hook and circle latch, or like a pull lever latch. Like
a pull lever latch. It's like right underneath the lip, so it would have been really hard to spot at a cursory glance. But you've been throwing corpses down here for about an hour now.
Cool. I'm gonna after the last corpse, make sure they're in there. Then I'm gonna just pull the level, Kronk.
All right. So you throw all these zombies into the pit of doom. When you pull that lever, a ladder kind of comes out of the stonework, leading down into the well.
Crap. Ooh, do I want to explore this right now? I mean, before I go down, I'm gonna make sure my 2 guys are properly. He buried them good enough, but I want to say properly. Although they had all the weapons on them, or did we take anything from them, or what we do? I don't remember.
When Osmond was burying them, he did not strip any of the corpses, so they're in there with full arms.
Okay, so they're buried. Okay.
Yeah, it's just turned earth. He didn't have time to set anything up special. He did bless the area so that they could rest in peace. But yeah, there's no decorations or anything outstanding.
I'm going to take, I'm sure there's some flowers in the grass, and we'll take some of those, put them beside each grave, and then try to take, if possible, 2 of the smaller rocks, not all at once, but just one, put them as headstones and kind of just etch into them.
Yeah, so you can find some decently sized stone from the rubble of the tower, and with some time, you do set them up nice, and taking out your... What are you going to chisel with?
Ooh, let's see. Because I don't want to break it. See, I may have a tool of some kind in my bag. What's a pitten?
Pitten is a metal spike used to assist in climbing.
Cool. I'm gonna take that and my hammer and just chop, 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 chop. Best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Right. All right. So you spend some time chiseling away at the stone, and you get pretty decent results out of it. The stone is kind of tough as it was used as a building material, but it's kind of old, so it has gotten a little less durable. And the chiseling doesn't take you too much time.
Awesome. Let's see what else.
Of course, this has been dragging on for a little while, and it is starting to get dark.
Okay. I'm going to make my way into the well.
Okay.
But before I go down, I'm going to put a torch at the top.
Okay, so you're going to put a torch up there at the top?
Yeah, kind of jam it under,
yeah,
one of the sides of the top, yeah.
Shouldn't have any problem, and it's mostly made of stone and tile, so there's nothing really that would catch fire. So cool. You do leave it up there, and it burns throughout the night. So, boot, 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 boot. Torch. Why are you not doing your torch thing? Second, por favor. Mission angle 360. I don't know why this wasn't done already. Man, slacking. Just been slacking. Oh, dang, I closed that. Just for you guys to know, this is what I have found to be the color of torchlight. At least that's what Google says. There we go. One like El Torcho. Alright, so you have your torch, you jerry-rigged it to the top of the well. Mm-hmm. And you can see the ladder still leading down.
Okay, make my way down.
Making his way downtown. Talking fast. Alright, so as you get down, it is getting dark. And when you hit the bottom, you feel the splash of some cold water going up to about your ankles.
Okay.
And probably some floating corpses. Semi-floating corpses.
I have night vision, don't I?
As a dragonborn, maybe.
No, goggles.
Oh, you got the goggles?
Hmm?
Yeah. By the way, guys, you're seeing this from the DM's perspective today, so this is what I have to do every time someone tells me something like, oh yeah, I have night vision goggles. Actually, it's straight up. That update check. Close. And ugh. Alright, So you get down, and this is what you see. That transparent ring is the roof from where you came down into the well, which is a lot bigger at the bottom.
Okay.
There you go, Lobo. I snap my fingers. It's done. So with your dark vision, you can see the corpses floating around, and you see something in that grayscale that appears to be some kind of door that's made of hewn stone, very similar to what you have here, but it's not like concealed.
So it's obvious that it's a door.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully make my way to it.
As you open the door, what looks like a roughly carved out tunnel leads outward, and the door is actually sitting up on a lip so that the water level would not rush into this tunnel.
Make my way inside.
Okay. And it is dark. There are some torches in sconces in the wall, but they're not lit.
Okay. Just keep walking. I guess in character, not like loudly, but I can think, like thinking aloud. Just, it's crazy to me that all this was down here. That all of us could have found this at any time.
Yep. And as you turn the corner, you see a room that has a symbol etched on the ground. Very, very like voodoo looking stuff. You also hear the squeaking of what you thought was a rat until you looked, and it's actually the size of a small dog.
Jesus. Did he see me?
Yeah, they see you.
Cool.
So, at this moment, we're going to roll for some initiative. All right. So one of the big furry creatures sees you come around the corner, and it kind of hisses, and then proceeds to start charging at you.
Bring it.
Yeah, it's coming. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it runs up, and it's going to attempt to bite. 23 to hit.
Hits.
5 points of the piercing. As it bites down into your leg, like tearing sinew, viciously gnawing at your flesh. That ends its turn.
Okay.
It is now your turn, Vermilion.
All right. Didn't mean to click that.
6.
Well, I didn't mean to click that, but yeah, that's what I want to do.
All right.
I want to do frostbite and boom.
All right. On the one chewing on your leg?
Yep.
All right. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Not necessarily its strong suit. And it passes. So, on the fail save, the target takes the cold damage. Okay, so it resists your frostbite.
Okay.
It is currently being warmed by your lifeblood.
Cool. I like it. That's all I got.
Alright, so next one is going to squeakity squeak. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 5. And it's going to squeakity squeak right there. Next, the one that is on your leg right now is going to attempt to increase your wound by rapidly biting into your leg. And it sucks the big one. It actually lets go of your leg, went back in for another bite, and a swift boot blocks its way. Vermilion.
Take my javelin and whop.
Whop
Come
it.
down on it.
Whop it.
$15 to hit.
It hits.
8.
Wow. Alright, so you impale this rat with your javelin, severing its spine and instantly ending its life. Anything else you would like to do?
Just pull it. I obviously have it back in my hand. Just ready for the next.
Ready for the next. Alright, this one's going to scurry over the corpse of its companion. And with its terror-filled beady eyes, it's going to attempt to bite you to get away from you. Woof. Alright, so it bites into your other leg and starts ripping into your flesh with its pointy, sharp teeth.
I guess you passed my AC.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
What'd you roll? Okay,
20,
cool.
23.
Oh, okay, cool. You're just really lucky with those 23s, huh?
I mean, what can I say, dude?
Why are these rats so strong?
These rats are flexing, man.
Jesus.
Alright, that's it for him. It's your turn now.
Right. I'm just like its dead brother, I'm going to come down upon it.
Alright, bring it on. There you
For
go.
the force of 1,000 suns, baby. Watch out!
Ciao. Alright, so combat's over as you impaled your second rat for the day. Alright, sir, so give yourself 150 XP.
What, 905? Is that right?
Huh?
Is that how you, what is it, 150, so it's 8, 50. Yeah, that's 905, right?
Yeah, 905. Sounds dumb, but I actually did the math on this because of the way the encounter laid out, you actually got bonus XP for killing 2 rats.
Strength, baby! This dragon ain't scared of shit!
Right? Now, you're going to be limping your way back out of this mofo.
That's okay!
Because you're bleeding from both kneecaps.
Let me see if I have anything. No, bread won't help me. Cool.
Alright, so you do not sense anything else hostile in the area. You're free to move around and do what you'd like to do.
Okay, I want to investigate both rats, see if there's anything like any, I guess you could say, like anything written on them, anything looks out of the ordinary besides the fact that they were just impaled by my javelin.
You can give me a perception check or investigation.
It's 3 perception plus. I'm gonna give it an investigation check.
Okay.
15.
You look over them, and they basically just look like rats.
Okay, so just normal.
Yeah, normal rats. Cool. And, you know, you can kind of see a few cracks and holes, like they may have scurried into here from somewhere else. Or they could have fell in from the well and then found this little hole and made a nest in the wall.
Oh, that's true. Do I see any other nests into the wall? Do I see anything else? Any other rats?
You don't see anything else. Looks like these two were starving to death.
So they were pretty much trapped. I'm not dumb enough so that I'm going to walk into the middle of this circle.
Okay.
I want to try to make my way around, though, to this table.
Sure. You can easily do that.
Okay. Anything? I want to look at the table, see what's going on there. If I notice anything weird.
Well, there's a few vials of some random fluids. There's obviously a skull, and that skull's got a small gemstone embedded in the skull. And then there's a scroll and some candles.
So I want to take the skull.
Okay.
No reason. Addition to the collection, my sir. And I want to take the scroll and just and look at it.
Okay. So you take the scroll, you open it up, and it is kind of like a handwritten journal of sorts, like maybe some research notes. What languages are you proficient in?
See, where would that be? Effects, biography, what? Attributes? Where would that be?
It should be in attributes.
Common and Draconic.
Okay, so you can actually read these notes. They are written in Draconic. And the notes are of experiments. This guy, whoever wrote these notes, was trying to find a way to control undead. And without having proper spell books, he was trying every arcane ritual he could to try and figure out the spell.
Do I see like his body? Any remains of him around?
You don't see any corpses down here.
Anything in the drawers? Or other drawers?
Mostly just writing utensils and other random knickknacks for spellcasting. Nothing of any crazy value.
Okay. Alright. I want to turn around. I'm not so stupid to walk into the circle because I'm just from what happened in the tower. But is there any way to examine what I can see from here?
Alright, so you can give me an Arcana check for the spell and an investigation check to try and figure out what this is going on about.
So an Arcana check. 10.
Okay. With a 10, you know that this circle is for necromancy. You don't know what for.
So I don't really know what's going to do when I walk into it, or if I walk into it. And you said investigation?
Not based off of the check.
Okay, I just know it's for that. Okay, so
it's from the School of Necromancy. And then an investigation.
$16.
Okay. With that, you don't think that this is going to trigger because you stepped on it. And as you sit there and ponder your location as to like the general direction of where you're at, it feels like this is directly under the tower.
I bet this is the freaking source of the, or at least has to do with something with that. I want to walk up to the book.
Okay. Go ahead and walk up to the book.
Can I read it? Not like pick it up, but like, can I read it like sitting there, like looking at it?
You can read those two pages that are wide open.
Anything make sense to me?
You can read some of the words on there, but in between and on some of the sides, there are words written in language you can't understand. In the Draconic, it's the spell book from a caster, and it's outlining a attempted spell.
So not necessarily active.
You can give me another Arcana.
Okay, all right. Because I kind of want to grab it because I'm curious, but also my character would be like, he would kind of be on the iffy side, like, I don't know, I've been through some shit. Okay, Arcana check. Why does my Arcana suck so bad?
Alright, so you know it's a spell book.
Cool.
Generally speaking, spell books aren't used as a casting component, so it shouldn't have any effects with the circle.
I'm gonna grab it.
Alright, so with hesitant hands, Vermilion reaches out towards the book, and then a whole level of fuck it took over him, and he just snatches it off the ground.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he looks around Indiana Jones style, looking for boulders, and nothing happens.
Grab one of the other skulls, like a rock nearby, and I push it into its spot just in case.
All right, so now
on the cautious side.
You have another skull.
Okay, can I now? I want to. Okay, first of all, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm not standing in a circle looking in this book, so I'm out of this one. You just fucking Speedy Gonzalez. I'm out of here. Careful in the water, because it's slippery and dead down here.
Slippery and dead. Tons of corpses.
Okay, made my way up.
All right. We're going to go ahead and boop, you're back up.
Before I get right to the top, I want to kind of peek over.
1 second here. There we go. It is now nighttime.
Okay, before I get to the top, I want to kind of. I mean, I'm super white. You can't just like miss me, but like I do want to poke my big ass
right on top.
Yeah, dragon head. Just kind of like poke my eyes over, just to make sure no one's like standing beside me or something.
Yeah, nah.
Waiting for me to pull this book out.
Whoops, I want to need it. Let's see. No, come on, Granny. You're over here. All right, sir. So while your vision looks drastically different than everyone else's because you have night vision, you pop up and there's nothing around you. It is dark, and the torch is actually like bothering you a little bit with how bright it is right next to your face with your dark vision.
Just reach up, just drop it behind me.
It's not.
Sweet. Now I can see. All right. I want to walk. I know it may seem dumb, but I want to go back into his tent.
Okay. All right. It's fine. His tent looks the same as it did before. You should close the door.
Yeah, my bad. I want to go to his tent. Boom, close the door. Anything of last use before I leave. I don't want to ever come back here.
I mean, unless you plan on taking a nap in his bed. That's really the only thing in there.
I might. Okay, I think I'm going to do that.
Camp out in his tent.
Might as well.
Place, right?
Yeah, might as well. So I'm gonna sleep in this host bed, man. I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the bookshelf. I know it's not very big, but take the big because it's trying to scoot it in front of the door
and put it in front of the tent flaps.
Yeah.
All right.
Just in case. If my friends decide to wake up from their graves for some odd reason, they'll trip over the bookcase first.
Okay. All right, sir. Go ahead and give yourself a long rest. I'm assuming you're planning on taking a long rest.
I'm gonna take
the dead man's tent.
Yeah, in the dead man. I don't care that he's dead. I don't care about that. I did want to keep the book closed, though. Obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
How much health do we get back on long rest?
All your health. You just hit the long rest button.
Oh, where's the long rest button? Aha! I found it.
You found it.
Ta-da!
All right. Dawn arrives. See, if you didn't have dark vision, you could see these really dramatic light changes.
I kind of see them. They're like barely moving on my screen.
Right. So it is now dawn.
Okay. I'm going to move the bookshelf out the way. I'm a flare for the dramatics. I'm going to swing it open.
And everything's just like you left it.
Cool, I'm outside. Booyah!
Booyah. You made it, guys.
All right. I want to just sit down Indian style and look at this book quick.
Okay.
Just going from front to back, anything of interest, any draconic that makes sense.
Alright, so inside this book are detailed instructions on the light cantrip, the mage hand cantrip, shocking grasp cantrip, first level spell charm person, first level spell magic missiles, second level spell hold person, and second level spell misty step. In addition to that are several attempted spells which you can't recognize because they don't make any damn sense.
Cool, so those are the important pages. Because they definitely weren't casting magic missile down there at themselves.
Well, you do recall that there was a mage who shot beams of magic out of his fingers at one of your allies. And he also was able to teleport a short distance.
True, so that must have been the guy in the tent. So why was his book down there? I guess whoever killed him was down there trying to. That's kind of weird the way that's set up. We barred that off, so I can't exactly go back in there. I don't want to desecrate that. I guess.
What, go inside the?
Yeah, not doing that. I don't want to desecrate.
You probably can't because they barricaded that door.
Right. So yeah, we barricaded that. I forgot about that. I guess just make my way back to town.
Making my way back to town. Walking fast, moving fast. Gotta get back to town.
Get the fuck out of there, yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna go back to here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Where's that? Alright. Sorry guys, I'm slipping just a smidge. So it's just a small one. Activate. There we go. Don't need this guy. We're just gonna throw him away. Bye. And Vermilion. Bam. There you are, cuz.
Where were these orcs at?
The orcs were somewhere.
I like it.
You knew that they were somewhere along the Tribord Trail. You know that there is a ruined town at the end of the Tribord Trail. And that you've seen some smoke coming from the south. That's as much as you discovered personally.
Okay. Before I head back to town, I feel like it would be a good idea to just stop in Connieberry and maybe ask some questions.
Connieberry is in a state of ruins.
Yes. So ask questions to Jesus, I guess. Can I go and look around?
Sure.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm curious, man. If not, I'll just fast travel back to town, right?
No.
Fast travel back to my last save point?
No. Dead is dead.
How much are you square again? A day? Or like half a day or something?
Well, all these hills right here are going to double your travel time if you go over them. And each one of these, that's not what I want. I got my ruler. I'm on template. There it is, ruler. Each one of these are like 5 miles, so it'd be the equivalent of going 20 miles over that.
But if I went around, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be 8.
Yeah, so you get here. Yeah, it'd be 20 miles to get there, and then another 15 to get there. So you could make it over this and get straight to Conberry.
15 miles.
Yes. Now, granted, you're kind of using a vague sense of direction because there's not like signs on top of each one of these hills pointing you directly at it.
Right, just kind of looking at the smoke.
Yeah. Position of the sun in the sky.
Yeah, just using my wind direction. Mm-hmm. After converting with Tom, I think it's a good idea.
All right. So Tom told you it's a good idea. Let's go, guys.
Tom said, let's do this. Steve, his eloquent brother with the gem in his head, said, fucking do it, guy.
So you're going to make your way over to the ruined towns of honeyberry.
Fucking smirk off your face. Get it off. And I was keeping an eye on the stream until we got to the bottom of that well.
Yeah.
And I could actually see past my dark vision, so I was like, I'm going to turn this off. So I turned it off.
Yeah, definitely turn it off, homie, because you're like, there's no one here to stream it for me.
So I turned it off.
Good. So Tom said it was a good idea.
Tom said it was a great idea.
All right.
And then Steve conferred that with him, was like, that's an amazing idea. He's a little more eloquent than Tom is. Because of the gym, obviously.
Well, you're free to move wherever you want.
Sweet. I was just talking to myself. I guess just talking to God.
God's like, do you, homie. Okay, so you travel to Honeyberry. Let's see, this is it. So this is terrible because these guys are getting a little preview.
I'm hoping to catch up with my friends.
Yeah.
It's been a daytime, and now I have a book that I can show them. Now I've got Steve.
Yeah.
Like, we making progress.
I don't really want you going here.
Want me going to Connemara?
You want to come, so here you go. All right, you're on the map.
I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna sprint in there. I'm just gonna slink my entirely white body that definitely can be seen from a distance.
Yeah.
Up in there.
You have such an extreme amount of vision. Alright, we're just going to zoom really, really, really close in on you. Secrets.
Secrets.
Got a secret? Alright, so you're here. And it is a complete empty room. The buildings are collapsing and the old tower is crumbling. And there's not a sound going on right now. It is as quiet as the grave.
Can I do, I don't know, would it be an investigation to see if there was any recent travel through here?
And I'm sorry though, but Garum came in here, got the willies, and left. So you did not come through Conberry.
Got the willies and left. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear
you didn't hear that. I'm just letting Lobo know. Because I see him in chat.
Keep you saying that, man. I got it in my brain that they definitely came through here.
But yes, you may do an investigation.
Investigation, baby. 16.
You don't see anything in the road suggesting that it's travel. From your current position.
I don't know if I want to move closer or not. I want to be smart about this.
Let's see if God's feeling willing to save you right now.
Just trying to be not stealthy, but just zoned in. Trying to be. Is there any advantage point I could get to kind of look into the ruin, into the town, or I just have to be what's up?
The best vantage point is that tower over there.
Tower over there. Is it behind me or in front of me?
It's I don't want to pull it up because I have a lot of stuff on this map, and yeah, but it's ahead of you.
It's ahead of me. Okay. So whatever's in this town, if anything, can see me. I'll be right now.
Because you're out in the open in the middle of the day.
I'm just standing there.
You're looking around in the dirt, looking for footprints or maybe some wagon tracks or something, but then you get up, you dust your hands off.
I'm gonna take a rock and I'm just gonna throw it in the middle. Just throw it in the middle of everything. Shwah! Just to see if I hear anything move when the rock hits the ground.
You don't hear anything move. Don't let your strength create craters with a rock.
Nah, it's just it's like a little pebble. Huh. Well, no one seems to be there.
No one seems to be there.
Right, Jesus? I don't want to go in here, man.
Is it because of the shit-eating grin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can read people's faces and I need to stop looking at you. But my character would go in. My character would be like, they may be in here. Let's do it.
You know your companions did not go this way.
Shit.
At all. They went the entire opposite direction.
That. It's not about me, man. I think I should go back to town. But that's not what my character would think.
That's what your character told them you were going to do.
Oh, but I'm a liar.
Obviously you are.
I just want to, like, I don't have binoculars or something. I got nothing. Hold on.
I think you have an empty potion vial.
Hold on. I'm about to, like, MacGyver some shit.
You're going to MacGyver some shit?
Yeah.
With a paper clip and some rubber bands?
Maybe. I want to, just one more time, one more thing.
Okay.
How far is this tower from me, or the nearest wall, like, towards me? We're talking like right there, or are we talking about like it's
across
150
town.
feet?
Yeah, it's like you have to go all the way across town to get to it. Like hypothetically, you can see it from where you're standing.
I'm gonna take an empty potion bottle. I'll put it on the end of my arrow.
Okay.
Tie some rope around it, and make a noise arrow.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot said noise arrow in the middle of town. Or as far as where my bow could go. Woo! There's no one there, so I'm just going to shoot it. Just to see, one more time, a little further than I threw the rock, if anything will move.
Okay, so I need you to make a ranged attack with your bow.
Ranged attack with my bow. Okay. Wow. 8. Or 10.
Or 11.
That's 11.
Yeah. Okay, so you shot it, but it didn't land in the middle of town like you wanted it to. Matter of fact, it landed damn near that tower in the distance, and you hear something roar, like roar.
Okay. Something is still alive.
Something is alive here, obviously. It roared at you.
No, this is my internal me thinking. If something is still alive, that means my friends are not here. And Vince, Vermilion, don't be doing this, brother. We're gonna turn around. Is it charging at me?
No.
So what you're grinning at? Okay, cool. Because that would have been scary.
No, it just let out one massive roar that like reverberated your bones, and then it just went quiet.
I want to go in. I'm not doing it. Turn around. I'm going the other way. I'm going back to town.
Going back to town. It's like, all right, I'm done here, guys.
I got to. I can't go in. I'm by myself.
You were, in fact, by yourself. And
It could be like
you were not an idiot, and you knew that 2 rats damn near killed you.
You don't know that.
If there was 4 rats in this town, you're a dead man.
I one-shot them rats. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit-ass rats.
Them beagles you can only kill them one at a time.
So...
Yeah. Which is... Why are you...
What if it's just like a small person, like in that tower with like a megaphone yelling?
Oh, I never did activate the other one, so you couldn't even see that map. Neat. That was what the problem was. Anyway, you are leaving that town.
I am running.
All right.
Or a light jog. A light jog away. I'm just gonna be like, okay, no, I'm just gonna go this way.
You make it about right here as it gets dark.
Okay.
And you feel like that you might need to find a secluded spot to make camp.
Okay.
All right. So, as it gets dark, you see something off in the distance, and you can smell something on the air. Something other than your campfire is burning.
Do I see where it's coming from? Well, what direction it's coming from? If you say the town,
Actually, it's further off in the woods.
is it a good, like a pleasant smell, or is it like a what is that? Who's burning garbage smell?
It's like freshly chopped tree limbs burning smell. You ever burned wet wood? That's what it smells like.
I'll investigate.
Okay.
Quietly.
As you start creeping towards these flickering lights in the distance.
It's close, or is it like miles away? Like, is it like right there?
It's actually fairly close.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All right, so you can hear something in the distance as well, other than just a crackling wood line. Something deep and guttural, as if it's a rough, like, form of language.
Quietly move kind of this direction.
Okay.
Because whatever it is, I don't want to like alarm it.
All right, give me your stealth check at advantage.
Okay. So just hit stealth and then what?
When you roll your stealth, damn, there's going to be a plus sign when you hover over that number. Yeah,
okay.
Got it. Wow. All right, so 21's what we're going with.
Okay.
And you're feeling pretty ninja mode right now. These guys are just talking amongst themselves because you're starting to make out humanoid forms. And they seem to be completely engrossed in their conversation.
Are these like people?
They are a hulking humanoid form, like big, burly muscles, but short of stature.
Do they seem friendly?
They stink. You can smell it from here.
Great. So no, probably not. I'm gonna sneak closer.
Okay. Those are some pretty tall boulders that are in that area.
Okay.
So
that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Cool. This right here is, can I sit like right here? We're like behind the rock, kind of. Great.
Yeah, I mean, they're both sitting on that log, looking into the fire and just talking to each other. So their backs are technically to you right now.
Scoot a little chunky ass around here. Okay. Kind of flushed up, but yeah, I'm just kind of, okay, remember, okay, you ever seen Beverly Hills Ninja?
Yeah.
Okay, when he's like jumping through the bushes and like fat ass rolling, boy, that's what I'm doing. But like stealthy wise.
But stealthy wise.
I'm huge,
Like,
so
like
like
a 21 in stealth wise.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm now behind the bush. I want to see if I can understand what they're talking
Okay. They're speaking a language you do not understand, and now that you've gotten closer, you've distinguished it's not just your grayscale that's throwing off their skin tone. They're probably just gray. And they have big tusk teeth.
So they're orcs. Maybe.
From the descriptions you've heard, it sounds like they're orcs.
Shit. I don't know if I can take on 2 orcs myself.
However, they are still talking. And you might be able to parse what they're trying to say.
Try to understand. That's what I want to do.
Alright, give me an insight.
17.
Niceness. Alright, so while they're talking, you're hiding in between those trees, and you're just watching and observing language and hand gestures, and slowly you're starting to understand what they're talking about. It seems they're survivors from some kind of difficult encounter that they ran across. And they're talking about how they escaped with their lives. And you hear this word every so often, actually in common. Black spider.
Okay. They're here. They have to be. That has to be close because you can't just run very far. Put those in the freaking town. I want to talk to them, but I know I'm not going to be able to. They're not going to understand me. I don't have anything to help with that, I don't think. No, not really.
You're also a fairly intelligent person and realize that there have been orcs raiding a lot, so they may not be the most accommodating guests.
Right, okay. Aside from that, is there any other, like anything else I can hear from them that they're talking about? Just basically that?
Mostly it looks like they're terrified and they're trying to get away from this area as quickly as possible. It looks like they traveled for a while. They're kind of haggard and they're only resting here because they've gone as far as they physically can. And they had to stop and rest. But they have rested. They're getting up for the night and ready to progress more on their
journey. So they're about to leave.
Yes. And as they've been talking, they've been gesturing to a mountain range further off in the distance. And that mountain range is basically north of where you're at.
So instead of going like this way towards the town, it's like that way?
Yeah, they're cutting through this forest trying to get to a mountain range.
Okay, well, I don't want to attack them. I don't think I can take on 2 orcs like that. It would be really cool to scare them, to somehow put out the fire to be like, "I am the black spider," or something like that. But I don't think they would. I don't think it sounds like that. I really don't know what to do. Well, they're sitting like this. I think I've gotten everything really I need. I kind of want to just Batman fade into the darkness, just...
Yeah, fade off into the darkness.
Yep.
And I won't even make you make another stealth check because of how badly they failed their perception. You might as well be Batman.
Whoosh.
All right.
And the giant white dragon runs into the dark.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Alright, so you kind of just slide back out.
Cool.
Go on, slide. Scooch.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Flippy.
Alright, and he moved off the map, so we're gonna go back here. So you make it back to your camp, and you kind of know where they're coming from. So how are you going to prepare yourself for the night, just in case they come your way?
I actually want to. Am I in the middle of a road, or are there like trees or rocks or something
Yeah, you
nearby?
found a little like I forget what the terminology is for a small clearing in the middle of the forest. It's a small
At the
clearing.
edge.
It's a small
At,
clearing in the forest, so you found your little area.
okay, so I want to like make a small fire in the clearing,
Okay.
and then get in one of the trees to watch from above instead of sleeping there. Instead of sleeping into a tree, kind of like looking at, making sure they didn't walk past it.
Give me an athletics.
If I fall on my face, athletics. Okay, give me something. I'm athletics shit.
You
20.
got it. You flex. All right, so you get up this tree and find yourself a nice spot to wedge your body, and you're safe in your tree. Are you going to be staying up all night?
I'm gonna stay up like just a couple more hours just to see if they move because they seemed like they were ready to go, and then go to sleep.
Okay. So, as you're sitting in your tree, the lights in the distance go out. After about an hour, you hear something rustling in the bushes below. And you see those creatures are peering into your clearing. But they don't seem to see anything other than the fire. So they just turn around and start walking back into the forest. After a while, they don't seem to have come back, and you feel yourself dozing to sleep. Not that it matters, but you do get a long rest.
Sweet. Okay, so go ahead and click this button. Just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
Got it.
All right. So you wake up. You're still in your tree. Thankfully, you didn't fall out in your unconscious state.
Yes. I was wedged in there.
Yeah, you wedged yourself in pretty good with athletics. It's like almost bent branches just to hold yourself in the seat.
Just to kind of cuddle me. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna climb down the tree and start walking.
All right. So it's going to take you the rest of the day to get all the way back to Phandelver. And you're going to get there. So you're going to get about here. Right here. By the time it starts getting dark again. Because you kind of slept in a little bit.
Okay.
And you feel like you could make it back to Phandelver in the middle of the night. If you kept the forest march. Or you can camp one more night. But you'll be out here in the wilderness in the open plains area. No cover.
I think I could go through the night.
Alright. So you go through the night.
Not really a difference because there's no cover anyway. So.
Right. You get to Phandelver. Gates. Well, there's no gates, so you actually just walk in. Which I find weird that this is a very dangerous frontier town. They don't have a wall. So you get to Phandelver. It is the middle of the night. Everyone's closed except for the inn.
Okay.
I gotta find that scene again. It's around here somewhere. Phandelver. There it is. Alright, so these guys are technically not here yet, so I'm gonna move them out the way. Beep. 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 By the way, Lobo, did you go to town or what? I didn't have you on here for whatever reason. You're in town.
Before I go to the inn, you said that everyone's closed? Like everybody?
Everybody's closed. It is the middle of the night.
Yeah, so just, yeah, the inn's best way to go then.
Alright, so you go to the inn. The innkeeper is still up. He usually naps during the day. sees you stumbling in and tells you your room is ready.
Thank you, sir.
Would you need any refreshments? Looks you over as you're covered in blood and grime from all your travels.
Tell you what, I require a hot bath of sorts and 45 mugs of ale.
45 mugs of ale, I can accommodate you. However, your bath is going to be cold at this hour.
I like it. It's not like I have dragon breath or anything, so it's fine.
Right. All right, so you get washed up. He brings you out a couple of mugs and a pitcher, unless you just have at it. It looks like you need it. However, he is charging you for every drop.
Fun.
Yeah.
Keep the cups are mine.
And then after you get completely smashed, gather up your cups and you go to your bedroom.
Okay, I'm gonna put, if I can, put the book somewhere where it's like not like out in the open, like my backpack stuffed.
Sure.
And then
Stuff in your backpack, it'll be fun.
Cool. And then I'm gonna get into bed.
All right.
Well, sure I am. That'll work.
You were in bed with your favorite mugs and snoring contently as you feel like you have finally reached some level of safety in this weird journey of yours. And that's where we're going to end. So, you should have received another 200 XP for dealing with the orcs, which should put you relatively close to where the others are at.
11:05.
Huh?
11:05.
Go ahead and give yourself one extra, just that way you're on the same point.
Sick.
Somehow they got 1 XP more.
Okay.
All right, my friend. That should put you at level 3.
Okay. How do I level up here?
You can do that in D&D Beyond, or however you want to mesh it. Because you're going to actually pick an archetype at level 3.
Okay.
So you might have an epiphany.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you saying pull up D&D Beyond right now?
Huh?
Are you saying pull it up D&D Beyond right now?
Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want to, but yeah. We do have the next session coming up here on this Sunday, so would like you to be leveled by then. So that gives you a couple days.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us while we got Vince caught up in his little journey since he decided to stay behind. Ironically, everything still ended roughly about where I thought it was going to end. I am super ecstatic about that. So when we get back Sunday, it will be the main group will enter town, go to the end, and find Vermilion laying in bed, buried in mugs. Again. All right, so tomorrow is Thursday, and it will be Vamarin playing some more Elden Ring. So definitely look in onto that. And then Sunday, we'll be back with another full episode of Lost Mines of Phandelver. So definitely hop in, stay tuned, and we're going to see what they're going to do because they got a little too much information. So we'll see you guys later. Till then, stay swampy, guys.